and welcome to a new series of videos entitled A Pirate in Chains. These videos are going to explore the escapades and exploits of my great-great-great-grandfather James Harrison, convict number 6071, and see what he got up to. I'm here at Eaglehawk Neck at the famous dog line overlooking the aptly named Pirates Bay. But it wasn't for that bay that the series is named A Pirate in Chains. And we'll get to the reason for naming the series that towards the end of it. Although if you've already watched some of my videos on my channel, you might already have a bit of a clue. Anyway, I'll be filming the videos not in chronological order as I travel around Tasmania and in fact outside Tasmania, but I will number them in as though they are in order so that you can eventually, if you like, watch them in chronological order of James's exploits. So let's get on and see how James Harrison, convict number 6071, ended up here in Tasmania, or as it was called, Van Diemen's Land. Nice doggy. So you might be wondering how James Harrison ended up here in Van Diemen's Land. Well, he was born in Manchester, around the Salford region, and I'm pretty pleased about that because if the family had stayed in England, we'd be Man United supporters, and nobody wants that. In 1841, in fact on the 5th of July 1841, James was sentenced to 7 years transportation for a range of crimes, particularly one being on the 23rd of June, and he broke into the property of one Nancy Sharp and stole an interesting range of items, including, and we quote, he burglariously broke into the dwelling house of John Sharp and stole 9 books, 3 shoes, 2 bottles, penknives and other articles. 9 books, okay, fair enough. He might have been a reader, sort of takes after the family, but 3 shoes? Did he have a one-legged friend? Anyway, it was actually his 3rd offence, and he was sentenced to 7 years transportation. In November of 1841, he was sent to the prison hulk Euralius at the Chatham, and I've actually been to the Chatham dockyard. It's a really interesting place if you get a chance to get there. And it was a hulk specifically for holding boys awaiting transportation. And finally he embarked on the 29th of March of 1842, the ship Elphinstone. It was the 3rd trip of the ship Elphinstone out to Van Diemen's Land. After 109 days at sea, the Elphinstone picked up the pilot here in Sullivan's Cove on the 27th of July 1842 and disembarked the adult prisoners and a couple of boys. Now Dad's history indicates that the superintendent of convicts boarded the ship from Old Wharf. But seeing as the wharf here opposite Salamanca, Prince's Wharf, was first opened in 1830, it's more likely that they actually berthed here. And here's a little surprise, because I didn't before tell you that James wasn't born James, nor was he born Harrison. In fact, he was born John Morris, and that was the name under which he was convicted. However, when he arrived here in Van Diemen's Land, he requested that his name be changed to James Harrison. We have no idea why, but the authorities accepted his request. They gave him the prison number 6071, and the escapades began. On August the 8th, the Elphinstone slipped her lines, weighed anchor, and slipped away with James and 204 boy convicts heading for Port Arthur and the newly opened boys' prison at Point Pure. Tasman Peninsula is a natural prison, not only with the narrow eaglehawk net guarded by the savage dogs, but these majestic cliffs around most of the coastline. There were many prisons and probation stations on the Tasman Peninsula, and James Jimmy Harrison, 6071, spent time in 4 of them, which we'll examine during the course of this series. James only spent 11 months here, and they were the last 11 months at the end of his 17 years in servitude. He actually spent time in 14 other locations around Tasmania and including Norfolk Island. And in this series we'll be examining all of those. But the first one we'll be examining is one in the distance. Point Pure, where they sent the boy convicts, basically the kids' prison. Taking in some nice fish and chips, overlooking Pirates Bay. Yo ho, a pirate's life for me. And it's quite fitting that, considering you can see both the first place that James was incarcerated and then 16 years later the last place where he was incarcerated, that we're going to have a pirate's life for him and a pirate's life for me. Drink up your hearties, yo ho.